Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 15 of RollPlay Nebula Jazz. I'm joined, as always, by my friends Pokket, Dodger, Sam, and a picture of some lady's butt.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
The best character on the show.
Look, we couldn't handle having Jesse Run anymore, so we've recast the role of Quinn. Will now be played by a black and white picture of some lady's butt and some furniture.
Listen,
is it like a dude holding a lady underwater?
I think they're in a pool or something,
Yeah.
and he's like holding, and there's some. It's a picture of a lady's butt and those legs.
You can only see like from here up on the dude though, so I like to think he's a merman.
He looks like a djinn.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
his,
like he
bum
just
half
turns
just
into
missed.
smoke.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that it's a photograph of what seems to be like it's shot underwater, but they were too lazy to shoot their heads underwater, so they just cut their heads off. Like it's a terrible photograph. That's a
Their
really
heads are
bad
above
photo.
water, dude.
I know that's what's lazy about it. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
basically
bad photo.
like,
You're right.
you know, like,
If you're gonna get underwater, get down there.
Mm-hmm.
well, you know, like the old man that has the goggles and the snorkel and he just sits underwater and watches everyone swim. It seems like that's kind of like someone's really perving there and they're just underwater watching other people swim. Like it seems like that kind of shot. Seems very like I am looking at someone underneath water and they don't quite know it yet.
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Plus, I saw that happen once and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get out of the water now. So.
That's a thing. Just like creepy snorkel dude.
Yeah, it's a thing. I swear. I never got.
They have a snorkel tube that just goes up way too far.
Yeah.
Snorkeltubin.tumblr.com. I'm into it.
Snorkel tubing.
It's creepy. It's creepy. Well, for the human members of the cast who are here and present, how's everybody doing?
Great.
Doing good. That's good.
Mm.
It's been like 4 days since the last time we saw each other, so I don't imagine a ton of exciting things have been going on. But maybe I'm wrong. What's everybody been up to? Pokket, what's happening? How you been? What have you been doing?
I retried the Blood-Starved Beast.
Oh, yeah.
Horribly.
Oh, I'm
Oh
sorry.
no! I wanted this to be a success story.
I got better. I learned that I can counter the AoE poison, so I just got to do that, and we're gravy. But I have to farm again because I lost everything. So I tried that. I played Crash Bandicoot. Didn't rage once at all. I swear. That's a lot of fun revisiting.
Said no one ever.
And no one ever.
Talk to me about this Crash Bandicoot biz, because I mean it. So they just re-released it as like an HD thing, right? Like it's like a re-release. Tell me, explain Crash Bandicoot.
It's like a remaster. It's pretty much the same game, but it looks visually just a lot more updated, like a game that would release now of its art style. It's still a lot of fun. The first one feels like some of the controls are a little off. Not controls, but like there's been several times when I jump on a ledge, but it doesn't register as jumping on the ledge, and I go through it. Like I actually go through the ledge.
Right.
And I heard that it's really just the first one that does that. The second and third aren't as bad. It's still a lot of fun, and I enjoyed these games as a kid. I beat all 3 of them, so that's why I'm kind of revisiting it. And I heard it's actually selling really well, like really, really well. So, yeah, I'm having it's a happy rage. It's like a happy rage versus Bloodborne is a very angry, genuine rage. So.
True rage.
Crash Bandicoot's one of those games where like you beat it really fucking easily as a kid, and then you try again as an adult, and you're like, "What the fuck? This game is hard as shit."
Isn't that the worst? Don't you hate that? We're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
How is it possible that I was better at video games when I was 10, and now I suck all of a sudden? What is this? Is not okay. Yeah, that bothers me.
You want to know? Because I farmed 99 lives in the easy level, and then went and did the harder levels. That's how it was easier. I was a nerd. Anyway, no, it's a lot of fun. And then I did a Pokemon stream yesterday. My first official outdoorsy like walk.
Oh yeah, I saw you tweet about that. How did that go?
It was really, really hot. It was 97 degrees. And the sun was going down and everything, but it was just so hot. I was drenched in sweat, but I was having fun. My friends were supposed to meet me there. I walked around for 45 minutes going, I can't leave this spot. My friends are coming. And chat was beginning to go, she doesn't have friends, guys. Just no way.
Oh, getting stood up on chat. That's rough.
Oh.
They eventually showed up, but it was a lot of fun. People like I was at this park that shows like all of the skyline of Austin right behind me, and so it was a really good spot to do my first Pokemon stream. So it was a lot of fun. I liked it.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Nice. Welcome back, Jesse. We were just admiring your beautiful art, and
thank you. Am I loud enough for you to understand how much I appreciate you guys staring at my art?
yes,
It's not my art; it's the hotel's art. But
I mean
if
it could be.
If I had to have art, that's what I'd have.
I mean, we're so used to seeing a picture of you in the background of your stream, that picture of your face. So this is a big change for me.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's the exact same thing. Just I'm cut off. My head's cut off. So,
Wait, do you think that the deliberately headless so that you can put yourself in the picture?
Oh yeah, so it's self-insert. Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
mannequin. Yeah, like a mannequin. You just go ahead and put your own picture up on top there, and you can be like, "Look at me, I'm being
All
carried
coming
around in a
together.
pool by the sexy man. Hooray! Look
Yeah.
at my legs. I
could
look
be
great."
Look at my legs.
So you're at Evo right now, Jesse?
Yeah, everything is crazy. It's Vegas. I am. Hi everyone. I might have had a lot to drink this morning, so I want you to know, whatever happens today,
The show is going to be great.
blame it on this right here. Blame it on Evo. 15 years. I can't wait to play with you. I'm very excited.
You don't know how long I've waited to hear that phrase, Jesse. Thank you.
With you? Oh well. I mean, please.
So what's Evo's, and pardon my ignorance, Evo's like a fighting game thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that much. And obviously it's been going on a long time. Is that awesome clip of Daigo doing the Chun-Li block thing? Is that from an Evo? Is that, you know the one I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I do know what it is.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Like 2003, I think. I love that clip.
Yeah, last year's big Evo memes were the guy who, after Chris G won, ran up on stage and challenged him to a match. He was like, "You haven't fought
I
the
remember
final
that.
boss." Yeah, that guy. And then, what was that guy? Something Joe, Long Island Joe.
Oh, Long Island Joe, yeah.
Yeah. He was the last American in Street Fighter, and so the entire country got behind him. Here's what I'll say about Evo. Evo is super fun to watch, not just the last day, but even yesterday at pools. Our dear friend Gerard was playing, and first round he went up against this guy who straight up right away was like, I lost a bunch last year, so this year I decided to train and look up all of you that I was competing against, and I found your videos and I love you, so I want to watch more of your stuff, but today I'm going to beat you. And then he stomped Gerard. But immediately after that, Gerard went up against like 4 Japanese dudes in a row, and this guy came back and coached Gerard. He was like, "I appreciate everything you've done. Let me teach you how to beat these guys." And we were like, "Oh!" It was like Rocky. It was like Rocky. It was great. He'd help him, and he trained him. It was so good. Gerard still lost, but it was still good. It was fun.
I was going to say, what was the outcome here?
In the end, he lost against a guy who had like 13 kids with him following him around, so I imagine he's pretty good. But I recorded all of it. It was great. The guy's like sitting in the corner coaching me. He's like, "Oh no, block this, do that." It was great.
That sounds awesome. I know like next to nothing about the last fighting game that I played, even a little, was Mortal Kombat 2. So that's my jam. Everything else, not so much. But it is cool. There's obviously a huge group of people that watch and play and like are about these games. Sam, you were talking about getting hype about fighting games before we started the broadcast.
Oh, I haven't turned Evo off. Like I fell asleep with Evo in my hand on my phone last night watching like vodcasts, and it's been on since I got into. It's on right now. I'm watching it right now. It's currently Chris Tatarian against Tokyo Su Ponzaman. Street Fighter 5.
Oh my god, there was a guy yesterday. His name was like Super Biondo, something with a Z. Like his name was amazing. But he played an M. Bison skin I've never seen anyone play before. He dressed up. He like shouted at the crowd, was doing a whole bit. And I was like, this guy gets it. This guy, if he's good, he'll be famous. He wasn't very good, but I wanted him to be good.
He's got the mentality. He just needs the skills.
Right. He made it to the main stage. I was really pleased, but yeah, he lost. So
that's a shame. But hey, there's always next year, and plus he's got the stage presence. That's good.
Oh, he just popped off so hard. Oh my god.
Welcome to episode 15 of Nebula Jazz, where we listen to Sam watching Evo. So in the last 4 days, art has imitated, well, game dev has imitated life in that my daddy has abandoned me twice now. Dream Daddy didn't come out when it was supposed to.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Some of the internet is sad, but mostly they're being really salty and awful about it, which
I feel
surprising
like
no one.
Yeah, I was saying that so we're friends with Vernon, and I knew about this game when it was still just like an idea. And I know that they've been working their asses off on this game, and they've been in crazy crunch mode for the last like 3 weeks. So when they say, I'm sorry, we did our best, but we need a couple more days, like, I know that it wasn't, we were really lazy and left it till the last day, and now, oops, we found all these bugs, right? Like, it's just, they just need a couple more days. And yeah, I'm really happy to see that there are plenty of people going, take your time. I'm sure the game's going to be great. Thanks for all your hard work. But it really bums me out for people to be like, what the fuck? Where are my daddies? Like, could you chill? It's a cute dad dating simulator. Like, come on.
Yeah. I want to say I've been surprised, but I haven't. That's pretty much how the internet is. But it is weird how upset people get about little things like that. But they're like, hey, we're going to make this game. And everyone's like, yay, it's going to be great. And then, is that a Dream Daddy crop top?
They gave me a Dream Daddy crop top.
Don't worry,
yeah.
everyone in the office has one. Everyone.
There's a real cute picture of Octo
in the office has one.
I don't have one.
I want one. I would wear that shit.
But I have
Sam,
one, so Sam.
Ironically, the guy who would look best in it, they just didn't.
I disagree.
No, I think
fundamentally disagree.
Yeah, of everybody here, Jesse would probably wear it best. I gotta agree with Jesse. I'm sorry.
That's right.
But yeah, it's
the mimosas are powerful.
It's gotta be hard as a game dev to be like, we're making this game and everyone's really excited about it, and then to have that excitement for such a big chunk of the audience shift into like sharp knives and angry stares. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, cool, we want this game to be really good and we're gonna release it when it's good. And sorry, that's not the day we thought it would be. And then people are like, how dare you?
Well,
how dare you sleep?
The problem is the game took on, and I think this goes to the amount of people that were pushing it, took on sort of like a meme quality where everyone was like, the daddies this, and I feel like once you hit that, then no matter what you do, if it goes against making people like immediately gratified and happy, they're going to lose their mind because it's the internet.
Yeah.
So they'll be fine. They'll get over it. It's like a day thing. We're like, we're mad today, but we'll still play your game.
Yeah, in the end, they're still gonna play it. So
yeah, I wonder about that though, because like, I mean, yeah, they will, but that idea of like what people will remember when they think back on it, right? The idea of like, oh yeah, that Dream Daddy game. How many people are gonna be like, oh yeah, that game that came out late. I played it, but I was angry still.
If they come out with it and it's not ready, people are gonna remember that more than them pushing it back a little bit, and then it comes out and it's better.
And it's a great game. Yeah,
I
agree with that.
Yeah, and look, if Atlas can get away with years and years of pushing Persona 5 back, like Dream Daddy can have an extra week. Like it's fine.
Then I guess a small indie group of people making a big game can
yeah, exactly.
have a little extra time.
They're not allowed. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be great when it comes out. I'm still really excited about it. I was sad, but it's not like there's no other video games on the internet to play. So it's been fine. I've been playing the remake. I know JP has, and if he was here, he would talk about it with me. But I've been playing the remake of Final Fantasy 12.
How good is that game? Just
he's not fan. I like it. It's one of my it's one of the better Final Fantasies. I'm not enjoying it as much as I did when I was a kid, though.
I'm waiting for you to tell me it's too political, because that's what it is.
No. I mean, I love that. I like
Final Fantasy. Adam's all about that shit.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics is like the right level of political in the game. I love that shit. Fucking War of the Roses me to death. The issue I'm having with Final Fantasy 12 is that the voice acting is not. It's bad. Like, it's not as good. There's a couple of characters who are great, but also it's.
I disagree more. I
forgot that it's just Star Wars. Like,
it is 100% just Star Wars. Yeah.
I don't know how I missed that as a kid, but as an adult playing it, I'm like, wait holy shit, this is Star Wars.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy 12 is Star Wars, except everyone's a little bit like Darth Vader's like kind Darth Vader, and Chewbacca's sexy, and Han Solo's British, and Luke is also a girl too. Luke is 2 characters. Like, it's straight up just not a good game.
Yeah. It's like they took Star Wars and tilted it like 5 degrees, and we're like, yeah, it's like Star Wars but different a little bit. Yeah, like I don't dislike it. It's still a good game. They added, this is the thing that I think is interesting about it, is that they recognize that the game is too slow and you had to grind too much. And so instead of like, you'd have to fix the pacing really like deeply in the code to make that better, right? You'd have to change the pacing of the whole game. So instead they were just like, I don't know, emulators have a fast forward. Let's just throw a fast, there you go. Just fast forward through the game. We don't care. So
That happened to me on accident though. I accidentally started fast forwarding. I'm like, why is it so fast?
I was watching JP accidentally fast forward and then just get like killed by the mobs because they attack so quick as he ran through them. I was like, that's karma. That's karma.
Yeah, it just feels,
you're trying to break the laws of time.
It feels weird that it's even in the game, that they're like, we acknowledge that this game is kind of slow and boring in places, and our fix is a fast forward button. It just feels very, I would love to have sat in on the meeting where they like had that conversation.
Yeah.
Where they're like, how can we fix, we understand and acknowledge the pacing is wrong in this game. How can we fix that? And someone's like, sir, we could implement a fast forward button. Like, yes, that's a great idea. Let's just turn the speed of the game up. And then like, I have a hard time playing it when I do that because I know it's the right thing to do and it helps me get through the boring parts, but I'm just like, oof. Yeah. But it's cool that it's out.
It didn't, someone pointed this out, but didn't Final Fantasy X do that as well? I played it last year and I think that the Steam version, they did do that. There was a forward. Yeah.
I mean, they are like 100+ hour games. It's probably just, they're trying to just cater to the modern audience. Be like, we know you're not going to play a 100-hour game. Here's a fast forward button.
But like, what if instead of remaking 12 or 13s, they remade 6, and everyone got to experience the best game ever made?
I agree, Jesse. I agree.
Maybe they are. Maybe they are doing that. They just don't want to tell you.
No, because they're making 7 because fanboys be fanboying.
Maybe they're making 7 and they're going to make 6. You didn't know that.
They actually did say, they said that if 7's successful, they will make 6. They've actually said that.
Listen, this is the thing, Jesse. You got to start with the hand job before you get into the serious stuff. So it's.
Here's the thing, though. What a sloppy hand job. What a sloppy. Kind of like they don't know what they're doing. They're not really sure. It's like a first time.
How dare you? Why are you putting your bad juju all over this remake?
They're just sort of mashing it. They're like, what do I even? Yeah.
That's how that phrase goes, right?
Don't
like close only counts in horseshoes and hand jobs.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, it's the most popular one, right? Like, and of course they have to do that. They have to fan job everybody. But yes, there is a world in which there's a Final Fantasy VI remake, and Jesse and I can just like cry ourselves to sleep with joy.
And I'll never play it.
Here's the thing: you don't need to play it because I'll play it for both of us. I'll play it multiple times.
I know.
I'll buy multiple copies.
It'll be the video game version of Pour One Out for Me, fam.
I feel like it's a lot harder.
Again for me, fam.
It's a lot harder to remake like 2D pixel games than a game that was 3D but just looked shitty, right? So that's probably why
I mean it
isn't getting done.
Doing like dungeon design and stuff in a 3D environment when it's based like in a 2D space, I imagine would be very difficult because then it feels super linear, even though it already is. It just feels more linear when you only have one direction to go, but you can move in all the directions. Even so, Final Fantasy VI is great.
Mode 7. Change the game. Change the world. Those Chocobo runnings were like, oh, it's 3D, but not. Chocobo runnings.
I was going to say Chocobo runnings. Listen. Chocobo Runnings is a Final Fantasy fan film about the Jamaican Chocobo racing team.
Yeah.
We've got to get to the races. Yeah.
I've been playing Dying Light this week, which is like
I saw that. What's that about? Talk to me about this.
It's like a first-person zombie apocalypse game. But it's like free running. It's based on free running. So it's kind of like Mirror's Edge meets like that other zombie game that they made that begins with the D. I can't remember its name.
Dead Rising?
Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Dead Runnings.
Dead Runnings. Yeah, it's cool. It's amazing.
Jamaican bobsled team.
Dead Island. That's why. Dead Island. It's like Dead Island meets Mirror's Edge. It's really, really good. But like you can play it co-op, and they've also got a feature where you can get invaded at night by players who become like a super monster, and then you have to try and kill them.
That's cool.
So it's been fun. Yeah.
I beat that when it came out.
Surprisingly good game.
So it's a game that legitimately terrifies you when you're out at night, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So all the zombies are like shambling, but at night they all start like sprinting.
Right. Yeah.
And
Classic.
just getting like and they can climb and all this kind of stuff. So they give you like night missions, and it's just terrifying the whole time. But it's been great fun.
That's cool. Cool. I dig it. And you said that's like it's been out a while, right?
Like 3 years, but they've got a bunch of DLCs for it and stuff. So.
And not
Cool.
not like did the DLC come out recently, or you just going back to
one
it
of
'cause
them
you like
one of
it?
them came out last year.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Pretty recent.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'll have to check it out. Well, I think we're ready to begin. I think it's time. Plenty
Let us
warmed
start.
up. Let us begin. So lots happened in the last episode. Many exciting things. There was a huge anime battle. There was some sexy lava times.
Yo.
I'm beginning
Pokket
to
kill the guy.
I was about to say, let's just Pokket, don't listen. I'm worried about Pokket. Aurora's. Sorry, what? No. Yeah, I think we need to hold an intervention for Aurora. She's becoming troublesome.
Aurora killed a guy.
Yeah.
And Rex ate a guy. And
He was a character that was gonna die anyway in the episode. It wasn't like a big deal. She killed a guy that would have maybe been vital in the future. All right.
And Quinn kicked a guy into space.
Yes.
Yeah, but he was a bad guy, so admittedly it was okay.
But
Y'all
my guy
are
was a
making
bad
lot
guy
of
too.
excuses right now for the multitudes of murders that happen. I just had dinner with my new best friends,
You had
so
dinner with your new best friends, and then someone called you up and said, "Oh man, Virgil's signal's gone dead," and you said, "Lol, fuck him."
Yeah.
yeah,
You did
because
say that.
But you had a nice dinner.
What? Look,
Can we just
I
hold on?
didn't
Can we
kill
just talk?
him.
Yeah, can we talk about the moral equivocating you're doing here? It's not worse to not care about someone dying than it is to actually murder them.
What do you
To
mean?
look into their eyes as they're about to tell you that they might be your long lost son, and then you eat their entire body.
That's
Well, I
hang
don't
on.
think that we're equal.
That's a very common shark ploy that we all do moments before our death to try and get like that head bite.
I like how we're very nearly describing the plot of The Stranger right now. I don't know if y'all have read some Camus, but it's this exact point. Minus the sharks. There's not a lot of shark people in Camus. So Aurora turned Sparky off and was at least moderately responsible for Dango's expiry. Virgil has been eaten, and Eugene had dinner with Rock Lorian, his beautiful bride. But yeah, at the end of the bit, it was revealed that Eugene, you've been in contact with Idina. She's been talking to you about the situation, so you're kind of like up on what's been going on, but nobody else really is. And so I guess we could begin with the spot where we have the most PCs. So Rex and Aurora, you've been reunited on the Houdini, what are you gonna do? What's the set the scene here? What's the plan, you two? Because you've been reunited with Thuja, you found the hybrid, and maybe now it's time to like make up for all the trouble you caused. I don't know. Let's see.
Go.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get the princess. I picked him up. We disposed of the body. We're going to get the princess.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a foregone conclusion, right? Like maybe you've landed back in a more stable part of the volcano. The whole world was going to get destroyed. You only had like 20 minutes. So I imagine probably this scene kind of begins in media res with Idina climbing on board the ship. Thuja and Rex are both dressed again. And Thuja is grabbing, whatever important gear from the base and loading it up onto the Houdini before you head out into the atmosphere as Dead End consumes itself again. I think we start with Idina climbing up onto the ship, and Aurora, where are you? Are you on the bridge? Are you helping everybody?
I think I'm right. I'm still in the cockpit, just waiting to get out of there. So, because we don't have a lot of time left, and I don't want to like waste any time. So as soon as she's on and I get the okay, I'm out. So
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna say I'm sitting there and I'm like whistling, and I my foot is on the speaker, so I'm like whistling, and you can hear it throughout like the whole ship.
Right.
So while I'm doing I'm like filing my nails now.
Okay. So yeah, Thuja has just finished. We see her in the cargo hold. Maybe her and Rex sort of finishing like ratchet strapping the little fighter into the cargo bay. I imagine the Houdini to be quite large. It's like a retrofitted freighter used to carry around all of Dango's magician equipment. He had several large tricks that he would carry on. Big glass tanks and whatnot. But you've loaded Thuja's ship up onto her little fighter onto the ship, and the base is closing up as you get ready to go. And I think that Adina comes out onto the bridge, and she looks up at the little Lucky Rabbit's foot hanging from the. I mean, it's not a rearview mirror, but it's the spaceship equivalent thereof, and looks over at you, Aurora, and she says, "Nice ship. Yours?"
And I look at her, and then I like look around, and I shrug, and I'm like, I guess it is now.
She raises a single perfect eyebrow in interest. She says, "I didn't know you were such a big magic fan."
Oh no, see, I'm not really into. That was a friend, and they left it on the ship, and I forgot to get rid of it. I think I'm just gonna sell it. I don't know. Does this even sell? Do people even like this? I don't think so. I don't like it.
She looks around and she says, "Well, in some parts of the universe, illusions are very popular." She shrugs and she sits down in the co-pilot seat, and she says, "So you came here for Rex?"
Yeah, I knew he was here. I didn't know you were here, or crazy lady back there. Woohoo. But yeah, I came here for him, and I think we should probably get out of here soon. It doesn't look like this is the most safe place to be, but.
Yeah, she looks at a chronometer on her wrist, and she nods, and she says, "I think the lovebirds are just about done with the ship, so yeah, maybe we should go." And then cut to the two of you. And I think that Rex, you and Thuja, as we sort of established at the end of the last one, there's like a weird like awkwardness or like distance there.
It's awkward.
Yeah, something has changed where like you're used to all the biting and the punching, and now you're both just kind of like you like I think we see the two of you. I think we see the two of you like bump into each other, and she like kind of looks at you and like backs up and like puts her hands up a little bit and like. Yeah, she's just like something's off. Something's off. And then she looks at the ship, and you've just finished like strapping in the strap, and she's like, "It looks secure. We should probably get out of here."
Rex just kind of like nods weakly and waits for her to leave the room, and then he kind of like bangs his fist on one of the crates, and he's like, "Rex, what the fuck are you doing here?"
Okay, so so you do that, and we see it's a close-up shot of Rex, and then we know you're alone in the room, but then we hear a voice say, "That's a great question. I was wondering that myself." And you turn and you see leaned up against Thuja's ship, you see the prince.
Oh, you pick your moments.
And he shrugs. He's like, "It's your subconscious."
Why are you in my subconscious?
He goes squints at you unbelievingly. He's like, you remember that whole thing where you ate my corpse, right?
I eat a lot of people. They're not in my subconscious.
Yeah, you eaten a lot of Mingasi princes?
Obviously not.
Yeah. Well, I've never been eaten before, so we're both in uncharted territory.
What are we doing here?
He shrugs. It's your body. I'm just following you around.
Just a pain in my ass like everyone else.
He nods. He says, burden of the powerful, Rex. Everybody's trying to bring you down.
Rex holds up some dog tags that belong to Virgil, and says to himself, "How does she know I was here?"
He shakes his head. He says, "I don't know. You're a wanted man. Makes sense. You'd have bounty hunters looking for you."
She's not a bounty hunter. She's the kid who destroyed my ship.
I mean, you could ask her. And he looks pointedly at, like, there's a blood stain on the floor. And he says, but frankly, I'm not sure that's the best idea.
Well, as far as ideas go, that's the only one you've pretty much ever given me. So we're going to consider this progress. And I'm going to ask her.
And he puts his hands out kind of helplessly. He's like, all right, handsome. And I think when you turn, he's just like gone. He's out of the shot. He's disappeared. And you're gonna head for the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. All right. So back on the bridge, I guess Aurora, you and the Princess in Exile are maneuvering the ship up out of the atmosphere, trying to get away from the impending horrible firestorm.
Yes, certainly. And it's just kind of awkward aura, I guess. I think like I'm still shaken up a little bit about what happened with Dango. Because even if people think I'm a terrible person, it was an accident, okay? And accidents happen. So she's just kind of
No one believes you. No one. No.
Oh, you shake your head. No, but
I wasn't even there.
It's like this awkward, like,
No.
Why are we getting this lady? What is she? I don't even know what's going on. Because as Aurora didn't pay attention last time this lady was around, and it was just awkward then, still awkward now. And I'm just like, chewing gum, blowing bubbles, and flying out. Like, I'm just not going to say anything. If I don't say anything, she won't say anything, and I won't have to answer. So I'm just going to, just keep doing my own thing.
Okay. So as the ship leaves the atmosphere of the planet, we can see the volcanoes all start to erupt on its surface, and the planet-wide kind of wave of fire and wind starts to spread as Dead End cleanses itself and begins the cycle again. We see you kind of floating out in space. There's this sort of almost like it's kind of like this airbrushed painting look thing, because it's all this blue fire suddenly wreaths the planet and illuminates everybody's face in the cockpit. And Thuja and I guess Rex with Thuja right behind come into the cockpit, and you see this planet consuming itself in fire. And Idina says, you walk in on her saying, like, it's beautiful in its own way, and kind of staring, like, rapt at the planet. And then, yeah, Rex, you walk in and you see Aurora and Idina at the console.
Yeah. And as she says that, she's like, it's beautiful in its own way. And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of try to stay away from fire, have a bad history with it. But I don't say why or what. So.
Yeah, she just like kind of like glances sidelong at you.
You hear like heavy steel-toed footsteps. And Rex just kind of like leans against the wall further back. And he just says, cut the shit, kid. What are you doing here, and how'd you know I was here?
Oh, that doesn't matter. See, I found you. I knew you were in trouble. I found you. Well, okay, as in trouble. See, if trouble involved sleeping with people, then I knew you were in trouble. But I found you, and that's the point. See, I need to take you to, I don't know where Quinn went. That's it. That's why I'm here. I don't know where Quinn went. I know where Eugene is, and that's where we're going. So hope you're okay with that. Please don't hit me.
Why?
Idina looks at you, Rex, and she says, is she always like this, or is there something wrong with her?
There's something wrong with her.
And I snap my look over to Idina, and I'm like, listen, it's been a long time, a long 6 months, a long week, a long whatever it is. It's been I just don't even want to talk about it. It's been, well, you know what? Thank you for cleaning up, kind of. Thank you for getting rid of the body. However, I think we should just be on our way.
In that moment, a call comes in on Idina's arm.
Okay, yeah. So you see her chronometer thing like blink, and she looks at it, and she looks at you, Aurora. She's like, excuse me, I gotta take this. And she stands up and walks into the back of the ship. Rex, did you have more to say to we'll stay in the cockpit. Do you have more to say to Aurora? Because she's not giving you very good answers here.
No, I kind of want to discreetly listen in on this phone call.
Ah, okay. All right. Sure.
Oh, damn, I don't sparky anymore.
I also have to do a thing in the back of the ship. Excuse me.
No, I was going to say, like, on my Pip-Boy, I bring up cameras that I plug throughout the ship. And what they don't know is, like, the screen pops up, and I'm, like, watching her. Because, I mean, come on. You think I didn't spy on Dango?
I don't know why you'd want to.
That dude was weird. I want to know his routine. I want a GTFO.
So Rex, you can see this on the screen. You see the image of her walking through the hall, and then we follow her into she ducks into a room. But before she answers the call, we see her like twist something on the chronometer, and the little window you have up like turns to static.
Oh, the little window that Aurora has up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rex is just like leaning on the door frame outside the room, trying to listen.
All right. Let's have you roll. Let's have you roll to be sneaky. Let's have you roll to be sneaky, and I'll roll her careful, and whichever of us gets it.
Oh, she's probably got a lot of careful.
Okay. All right. Let me roll here. So she got a 3. Oh, -1.
Oh my fucking god. I think Rex goes
positive. Wait.
I think Rex goes in to hear it, and then he hears her like turn on the shower, and and he's just like rolls his eyes because he realizes that she knows probably that he's
so you can't
trying to listen in. Yeah, and
it sounded like
up.
Dodger. It sounded like you had something to suggest.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That works.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So there's static both electronically and literally as she turns on this like damper, and we cut to obviously we as an audience get to see this conversation. So we cut to Adina, and she turns on the call and like pops up. What do we see in the hologram?
Why are you guys still there? Are you still on that planet? You're gonna die. Have you looked at the counter? What the fuck is everybody still doing there?
So she's laughing and she's like, Eugene, it's fine. It's fine. I got Rex and Aurora both off the planet. Thuja's with us.
Wait, what are they all doing there? Why is Aurora there? What happened?
She shrugs. I don't know. Something happened with her. We're on her ex-boyfriend's spaceship. There's a lot of, and like she tilts the camera, and you can see on your end, you can see like there's a big cage behind her, and there's like a half dozen little white like space rabbits. You can tell they're space rabbits because they have antenna. And they're just kind of like hopping around, and they just stop and like look at you. And she turns, and she's like, it's pretty obviously a magician spaceship.
Wow, that's pretty fucked up. I can't believe she stole a ship and did nothing else wrong, I'm sure.
Yeah. And she says she's acting weird. I mean,
well, Aurora's always been weird.
She's been through a lot. And she sighs and she says, so that's 2 of them. Any idea where Quinn is?
No. I mean, it's not like I kept tabs on everybody. I don't care about those guys. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were all right because, we kind of fucked you over. And like, I don't care. I just wanted to make sure you didn't all blow up on that dumb planet or anything. And now I'm out. You know what? I'm done. I'm out. You're fine. So
yes.
I'm gonna.
So she's like, Eugene, wait. Listen, there's Rex and Aurora are both having a very hard time right now. Something's off with Rex. He and Thuja, how do I put this?
Jesse's silent laughter is killing me.
It's because he does a fucking head throw back as well. Like,
it's funny. I can't help it. How do you explain they just banged for 13 hours and afterwards we're like, I think we should be friends?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's that was what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So she's like, and then she kind of trails off, and she's like, but it's different. I mean, you should have heard her when we were away, and the things with the clans when we found out that the scepter was. Listen, I don't claim to understand the Agarans, Thuja especially. She's a unique one, but she seems to love him more the angrier she is, and that whole thing with the scepter made her very, very angry. So I thought 13 hours would have been enough to work that out, but now it's just weird. I don't know how these people work.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't want to talk about his sex life. That's like literally the last thing that I ever want to talk about.
And she kind of like squints. She's like, but I mean, you have to admit, he's kind of cute, right? I mean, I can see where Thuja's coming from.
Don't fucking do this. Don't. Oh, God. All right. Well, look.
There's like a sidecar of Rex doing like pull-ups in the engine room on like a mic. Yeah, he's just like, ooh.
While a space cigarette hangs from his lips.
Yep. And he's like shirtless.
He would sneeze and be like, someone's talking about me.
Yeah, exactly. My biceps are twitching. Yeah. So she laughs and she says, but yeah, things are strange, and I need her to be sharp. She's distracted. I don't know what to do about all this, Eugene. And when you reached out to me, I thought maybe you had a plan or something. So I'll admit I'm at a bit of a loss here.
Look, I didn't like the way that, I mean, obviously you didn't like the way that everything wound up either because, you know, fake scepter. But like, I just wanted to make sure that there was something I could do to maybe make things right, even if it was just a little bit. And I don't know if I'm able to do that. And now, I don't know, you're all together, right? You're okay. You're fine, right? And now you're going to go find Quinn, I guess. And I'm just going to keep doing my thing here because look, I can't help. I'm not going to be able to help you guys, I don't think.
She gives you a look, and we don't see you. We just see this is a tight shot on her face. She's illuminated by the blue glow of her hologram, and she gives you a look that is like heartbreakingly disappointed, but like subtle. Like she's not just like, I'm sad. She gives this look like, if that's how it's going to be, I understand. That kind of like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Right.
And yeah, and she gives you this look, and the soundtrack gets a little sad, and she nods and she says, I understand. You have to look out for yourself. And she sighs.
Come on, it's not all right. Look, if there's something I can help with, feel free to reach out to me or whatever. I'm just saying, like, I'm kind of useless to you right now.
And she wrinkles her forehead and she's like, No, Eugene, that's not how it is at all. Listen, things are very tense right now, and admittedly, I don't know a lot of people. I've kind of been cloistered away for most of my life, but in the last few months, I've met some very interesting individuals, and I can tell that even though you think poorly of yourself, you understand things in a way no one else does, Eugene, and we're going to need your help.
How dare you? I think I'm the best.
She grins, and she's like, of course you do, Eugene.
He wiggles a little so you can tell that he's kind of happy.
Yeah.
and then he's like, all right, well, look, they're going to tell that I've been gone for a little bit too long. Just call me up in a few hours, okay? Let me know what's going on. See if they can work through some of their shit. And if I can help, I will. If I can help, I will. All right?
Yeah, she nods and smiles, and yeah, her smile is like a ray of sunshine on a field of spring flowers. Yeah, she smiles happily and she says, I'll keep in touch.
All right. Don't get into trouble. Just kidding. You're always in trouble. All right, bye. Beep.
Yep. So, yeah, meanwhile, Rex, you went to eavesdrop, but it didn't work out. Where did you, I guess you went to work out, is where you went. And Aurora, are you setting a course, or are you just in orbit over the now burning ember of the planet?
No, I believe I've already set the course, and we're on our way.
To where?
Eugene.
Ah, okay.
I set it into the computer to just like track Eugene and wherever he goes, and then it'll just naturally autopilot to that destination. So Well, actually, Sparky did it before I shut him down. I gotta give credit where it's due. So.
Right. So this surveillance apparatus that you're using is of Elaxatronian origin and use.
Hey, I set it up in the actual machine though, or in the ship, not machine, ship.
I'm sure that it's completely under your
set
control.
it up, then
nothing will go wrong. Absolutely nothing will go wrong, Adam.
Of course.
If Sparky set it up, it means someone else knows where he is too. That's all I'm saying.
So let's see then where's we see Aurora pull up the planetary directory and grab this planet that Eugene is supposedly on. Where have we established where you are, Eugene? Have we talked about this world yet?
No, I think we just knew that Rex and I were on the same planet.
Right.
But I don't think that we ever named it.
I mean, I guess did you stay on the planet, or is this different? Because the last place that we saw you was Dead Man's Reef, was the kind of like pirate planet.
Right.
Are you still there?
Rex,
or did you go?
Was that where we stayed? I followed Rex.
Well, that would be my question. Would you have followed Rex off world, or are you still there when Rex left?
I think I would have fallen. I think I probably would have stayed at Dead Man's Reef.
Okay. All right. So I guess we'll get to see what happened in the aftermath of Dead Man's Reef situation. Okay. All right. So Dead Man's Reef is probably one of the planets that is under Mingasi martial law now, because they had tracked these criminals. They picked up one of them, right? Quinn was captured there. So it's still a location of interest to the Imperium. They probably don't have like massive troop support there, but there's definitely more police and Imperium officers than there were before, which I guess makes someone like yourself, Eugene, valuable in that position, because the more regulations there are, the more profit there is to be made circumventing them. So I guess we get Aurora, we get a warning pop up when you bring up the planet. You get a warning. It blinks around it, and it's like, warning: this planet is under Mingasi Imperium martial law and requires these permits, and then like a long list of permits appear on the screen to approach. So.
Well, isn't that just fucking great? We need permits. There's Mingasi here. I don't know if it's a good idea. Is Thuja in with me at all? Who's in? No one's in here, right?
No, I think Thuja can be in the room with you. I think she's standing. She's really distracted. She's just like standing in her like armored flight suit with her arms folded, just kind of staring out the window at the middle distance. Her like blood red eyes kind of unfocused.
Yeah, as she's like, I turn to her. I turn in my seat to her, and I look at her, and I'm like, and I just stare for a second. I'm like, oh man. I note that she's obviously like out of it. Then I'm like,
she blinks a couple times and looks at you, and she says, "Are you sick?"
I just had something in my. No, that's not okay. Should we go down here? Should I ask Rex what to do? Because I was going to go here. There's Mingasi.
She scowls. She bares her like fangs when you say Rex, and she's like, Rex, that disgusting toad. I'd sooner tear his heart out. But you can tell she's not feeling it, right? Like normally when she talks about Rex, there's that like murder arousal that's in her voice, but you can't hear it now. It's like she's just saying the words, but she doesn't really mean it, And
I just kind of yeah. But no, seriously, not okay. Sorry. He who shall not be named. Do you think that he and the others on the ship would want us to go down to the planet that has Mingasi rule? Should we try and sneak our way on, or go?
She shakes her head, and her she says to you, "We'll never defeat the Mingasi, not without the scepter."
Who said anything about fighting? We're not Listen, I had enough fighting for the day, and I know that. I'm saying sneak our way down. Maybe
she's looking at you like you suddenly started speaking a language she doesn't understand. She's like, enough. Wait, what? Like she's like, certainly Dead Man's Reef will have plenty of blood to spill, and there's a chance that we could all go there and die a glorious death. But I think we can do better.
Yo, can
besides,
you actually?
And she kind of like coming back to the situation. She's like, wait a sec. Besides, and she takes a step forward and she like lunges for you, like to grab you. Do you try to get away, or does she surprise you?
I kind of like go back a little bit in my chair, but she grabs me.
Yeah, she grabs you by the throat and like slams you to the back of the chair, and she like leans in all close, and she like sneers at you, and you can feel the murder bubbling back up, and she leans in real close, and she's like, "You were part of this whole fiasco that led to me getting the fake scepter. Where's the scepter, girl?" And she like squeezes your throat a little bit. "Tell me, I'll make your death quick."
Rex walks in at this moment.
Oh God, so awkward. So you walk in, and Thuja like takes her hand away and gives you this look like as if you just caught them making out, and and she scowls at you and she's like, "I was just trying to get your friend to tell me where the scepter is."
Yeah, hands
That's
off
all.
the kid. And then Rex looks at Aurora and he's like, "Take us down."
And and you both look over at the hologram, and so you're like, "Let's go. We're gonna go to this planet." That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm still like, bitch. And I just like turn around and start lowering us.
Yeah, and she
Did she
snarls.
hear it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, unless you're trying to be really quiet, she snarls at you and she's like, "This isn't over."
Oh, I'm sure it's not. Okay.
Okay.
Am I assuming like this whole time that Thuja's ship has just been like following us on autopilot?
No, it's in the cargo hold. The Houdini is quite large and kind of cumbersome.
Right, okay.
And then the fighter is like a 2-person like shuttle essentially.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Take us down.
Thuja's very confused about New Aurora because you're being all like weird and murdery, and she's like feeling kind of good about it. And she like likes you more, but also still hates you. It's very confusing.
Listen, I'm not gonna be into this violent relationship shit.
What do you mean? You're like Thuja Jr. right now.
Listen, okay? It's been a rough 6 months for little Aurora.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so you chart the course.
Before we go down, I want to pop up. I want to try and pop up on my Pip-Boy screen and dial down to Eugene's office.
How do you have Eugene's phone number?
I'm stalking Eugene. I know where he's working. I know that he's still here. Before I left, I set shit up. How do you have?
Okay.
I looked in the phone, the murderers and
The
assassins
phone book.
You can tell. It's
I
a
guess in
sci-fi
the
phone
same
book,
way that
'cause it has
everybody knows
antenna.
where the fuck I am.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it's cool. You know, as long as you want to keep using the Alexatronian spy network that you set up, that's totally fine with me. I am okay
I wrote
with
it down
that.
before I shut that down. I wrote that
Yeah.
shit, like, I might need this.
Eh,
Unless
you
you.
think you, you think you did.
Yeah, I'm okay with you thinking that. That's fine with me.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, Eugene, you are where are you when you get this call? You like at your desk?
Am I done? Am I done with like having dinner with the rocks?
I think this is later. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just like in my room.
Your closet, the closet of your office.
I'm in my closet. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So your comms unit starts to blink.
Do I see like? Does it show me a picture of her, or does it say
No.
like her name or anything weird?
I mean, you're calling from the Houdini, so it's an animated hologram of the amazing Dango, right? It's like you see this
Right. man
in a tuxedo with a top hat, and he takes the top hat off and pulls out a bunny, and then puts the bunny back and puts the top hat on, and just keeps repeating that as it's like incoming call.
I see that, and there's like a black and white flashback to her being like, "We're on her boyfriend's ship. It's definitely a magic ship with like the bunnies bouncing around."
Yeah.
And I just deny the call.
Yep. That's good. Just reach out for that red button. Boop. So yeah,
Wow.
on your end, you see Aurora. You see a little like call denied, like hologram pop up and then disappear.
I
And the
mean,
picture that you see when you call me looks like I tried to take a selfie of myself like at the beach, but it just looks like a nice picture of a beach that somebody like got a stain on.
Nice. Yeah, I dig it.
don't make me
So-
text you 89 times. I will.
So yeah, I mean Eugene has denied contact, so you're going in kind of blind. Is there anything else that you want to do before you reach
Yeah,
Deadline 3?
I'm gonna get up and go find the princess.
Okay, sure.
So
Yeah,
she's still in the room or something. She'd been in there a long time. Maybe going number 2 or something.
I think she actually had a shower after she like used it to protect her from surveillance. So yeah, I think you this is perfect. So you're walking down the hall, and maybe Aurora, maybe you don't realize it right away. You can tell me how you react to it, but you have this like sudden terrible sense of like deja vu. This like powerful sense of deja vu. And we can hear the shower running in the background. We can hear your boots on the the corrugated metal floor of the ship. But over that, we can hear the Princess Edina, and we can hear her singing. And she's singing. We recognize it. And Aurora, you can decide if you recognize her or what. But it's freaking out. We can see she's singing. Girls just want to have fun. She's just singing in the shower. And like as you're walking down the hall, you hear this, and we can see you kind of like your eyes go wide a little bit, and like you can't place it, but something about it is really like. You're getting this like sense of vertigo.
Oh, geez. That's when I had a really emotional output.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Right? And like I also like I just feel like it just suddenly like my world gets rocked and my eyes go wide and they start to tear up a little bit. Like I almost am re-experiencing the emotional roller coaster of it. And then I finally like the ship rocks and I like snap out of it. Like,
right, yeah, the ship drops into hyperspace or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know. What was that? Did anyone see me? I hope not.
Yeah, and you look around and the halls are empty. You can still hear her like humming to herself. And there's like the squeaking of the taps being shut off. And now she's just like quietly kind of humming to herself in the other room.
Okay, I keep walking towards the room that she's in, and when I get there, I'll just knock on the door or the doorway or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So maybe that's where we cut to break. Is like you looking visibly shaken, walking up to the door of the little like I don't know refresher console where she's having her shower, and like knocking on the door. Cool. I dig it. All right. So when we get back, we'll check in on Quinn. I know Jesse's got some plans, so stick around. We've got lots more Nebula Jazz coming at you right after this.